Here is the latest from Clown World News for this July 21st, 2020. These news are taken from Facebook, and they just really show to me how clownish they can be. So let's start with this first one. Most people in the United States are still highly susceptible to the coronavirus, CDC study finds. Like if we're gonna trust in the CDC to tell us truth in everything. They've already been found and known to be lying in many of their statistics or the things that they put out, the information they put out, even as to changing things around when somebody has called them out up on it. So it's got 2.9k shares, and so that is that. Then we got the ESPN reports, let's predict the NFL MVP. Barnwell and White will be one of these 260 players. Not really concerned about that. Trump signs, this is from NBC News, Trump signs memo aimed at omitting undocumented immigrants from census appointment count, or apportionment count. Sorry about that. That just broke 3 hours ago. Not too sure about that, but now Yahoo Finance replies or puts out a story 6 hours ago. Walmart to close on Thanksgiving, dole out employee bonuses as reward in unprecedented year, and unprecedented is quote unquote. And what I say about that is that it's not the virus that has caused businesses to slow down or even businesses to shut down. It has been the policies taken and the politics involved around the virus, and that's what's caused businesses and poverty to rise and things as such, and and for a lot of things to close down this year. The virus can't do that. Man with their own policies are the ones that do that. How long should you isolate if you test positive for the coronavirus? It's a question mark. At least 10 days after symptom onset. Washington Post reports that. I thought it was 14 days, but now they're saying 10 days. So I may have that wrong, but now let's continue on here. The surprising way nostalgia can help us cope with the pandemic. That's just another thing for, to stay at home as much as possible and then just reminisce on the good old days, and when you should be out there trying to make something of yourself and move on with your life, whether, virus or no virus. You can watch the Department of Homeland Security holds briefing on Portland protests. That's a joke within itself. Trump says he now considers wearing a mask to be patriotic. My goodness. That's the thing with Trump. We don't know where he's standing on this. And to me, he seems like he's just going with the flow. So he's just there just to kind of be I could be wrong about this, but if he really sees the situation, the economic situation taking place, how bad it is, and as far as that is concerned, there would be something more than he'd be trying to do instead of sitting around with his arms crossed, waiting. But maybe I'm being too critical. USA Today reports Ohio House Speaker Larry Householder arrested in $60 million bribery case. Well, the politics are corrupt anyways. New Amsterdam's Margaret Bingham joins The Walking Dead. A spoiler, wow. In the middle of all this chaos and all this stuff, and we still got time to make The Walking Dead episodes, to keep the people in their homes shut in and watching Netflix. And now the COVID pandemic, Washington Post, most people in the United States are still highly susceptible. Well, we just read that. Washington Post reports 1 hour ago, White House GOP in disarray over coronavirus spending plan as deadline nears on expiring emergency. So they are there talking out what they want to do, with money that doesn't exist, and what to print out and how much to print out. And most of that money doesn't go to us. measly $1,200 per family or whatever. That's I saw a video somebody posted a couple of months ago of the percentage of how much of those trillions of dollars of money that was proposed when all this started, the pandemic started, and only the people in the United States get 9% of it. So that's pretty incredible to me. CBS News reports Florida teachers sue Governor Education Department over plans to reopen schools. Well, my goodness, don't they understand that children need, and I haven't read the story, I'm just reading headlines, but it's just to show the clown world that we live in. Don't they understand that children need interaction with one another? They need to interact with teachers. They need to play with each other in the playground and just different things. And I guess parents now are just, but you know, that's just me reading the headline. I have not read that yet on my own. Ohio Speaker of the House arrested in apparent $60 million bribery conspiracy. So there goes another politician who is in the middle of corruption. AMD launches its most aggressive attack on Intel yet, but PC builders could be left alright. That's meet the Filipino heroes fighting COVID-19 in New York and those who sacrificed everything. Oh my. Just, I appreciate the Filipino culture because my wife's Filipina and I have a Filipino family, but sometimes you just don't understand these news. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez says a GOP congressman accosted her on the steps of the Capitol. Accosted, now I'm not quite sure what that is, but that was reported by CBS News an hour ago. Why Arctic sea ice just crashed to an extreme record low. And they don't understand that it's that big old ball of fire up in the sky that's the one that it's always been like that. The earth cools down and then it heats up again, and it has to be like that to stay in balance. And it's that big ball of fire we call the sun that does these things. But they'll attribute it to man-made global warming and put all the kinds of ridiculous things such as what we're facing now with a pandemic. That's all tied into it. Japanese citizens don't want 2021 Olympics in Tokyo, a poll says. Contact tracing falters in Barcelona amid virus spike. I guess it failed. It's not working. That was reported by AP 14 hours ago. Yeah, it's definitely not going to work here in the United States. If people come into your house trying to test you and your family, we want to try that in the southern part of the United States. Georgia or South Carolina or Texas or any one of those, and see what's going to be facing you when you open that door. The barrel on the other end, and you won't like that. Fight the virus against the bias. Yeah, here's some more. The Deadline Hollywood. Alan Yang teams with ad council to fight surge of racism against Asians during COVID-19 pandemic. Yeah, here's more racism now. It's racism towards Asians. What a ridiculous. Rocket League going free to play. New players will have to get it on the Epic Store. PC Gamer. I like video games, but Now entertainment. Kanye West tweets, then deletes claims of his family's concern and more. I find it kind of interesting, and I'm not too sure what to think about his announcing about possibly running for president. So that's kind of strange in my opinion. I don't know if I would trust that, but anyways. The Today Show reported 8 hours ago, Dylan Dreyer opens up about her sons going in for surgery during the pandemic. So, that's one thing I feel terrible in this. The ones that are going to suffer is the children. It's the children. I have children. Maybe you have children. And they're so innocent. And these people, these clowns trying to take over the world, they're the ones who they could care less about the children. And so tired of it. The USA Today reports the timing is right for reparations. Cities propose reparations amid nationwide unrest. I guess construction, things as such. We just read that headline. eBay. CNN reports one of the oldest businesses on the internet just got sold for $9 billion. eBay. Wow, very interesting. All right, let's just continue moving on. Kanye on Twitter rant following campaign rally. Tim tried to bring a doctor to lock me up. Okay, now here's a famous face right here. USA Today, Dr. Anthony Fauci to throw out first pitch for Nationals Yankees opener. Oh my. To make him, now that's clown right there. That's clownish news right there. I think that's probably the most clown. I wish I had a honk right now. But they're trying to make Dr. Fauci a national hero. They even have bobblehead dolls of him. To just and to where he's got a stake in all of this. He's got money tied into all of this, as well as all this pandemic, and he's bound to make money out of this. And if they can cause the people to look at him in a positive light, it doesn't, it just hides what he's doing in the back end, the things that he might be doing on the back end. And I don't trust that man one bit. Let's continue. Jeep scene testing new V8 powered Wrangler Rubicon. All right, for you Jeep lovers out there. Howard again questions need for masks in bubble. Well, he should question it. It's ridiculous. ESPN reports. I think it's the NBA. Joe Biden proposes $775 billion to expand improved care for children, the elderly, and disabled. Yeah, and my question is, where is that money coming from? Mr. Biden, that's what I would like to ask you. A federal eviction moratorium ends this week, putting 12 million tenants at risk. Evictions equals death. And last but not least, Washington Post 3 hours ago, hard-hit Southern Europe heaves sigh of relief as EU strikes deal on coronavirus recovery. Well, I felt that the vaccine was going to be the one to just bring everything back to normal. But they don't really want everything to come back to normal. So there you are. You are caught up with the news for today. This has been Clown World News. You can visit us at clownworldnews.net. We also have a Facebook page as well as a YouTube page that you can visit us at as well. Thank you once again. This has been Clown World News on July 21st, 2020. God bless you. Take care.